How many of you were born here in Oklahoma? And the rest of you got here as quick as you could. It happened in old Oklahoma, one night beneath the beautiful moon. Love blossomed in old Oklahoma, two hearts were beating in tune. Love faded away with the dawning and left me here all alone. Left me to pine for my darling that once was my own. Moon sailing on high, please shine down with your light. Moon sailing on high, find my darling tonight. Go send her my love, tell her I'm pining away, waiting in old Oklahoma, and hoping she'll come back someday. It happened in old Oklahoma, one night beneath the beautiful moon. Love blossomed in old Oklahoma, two hearts were beating in tune. Love faded away with the dawning and left me here all alone. Left me to pine for my darling that once was my own. Moon sailing on high, please shine down with your light. Moon sailing on high, find my darling tonight. Go send her my love, tell her I'm pining away, waiting in old Oklahoma, and hoping she'll come back someday. Waiting in old Oklahoma, and hoping she'll come back someday. Preacher went out hunting one day. It was on a Sunday morning. It was against his religion, but still he took his guns along. He shot himself some mighty fine quail and one little measly hare. But on his way a returning home, he met a great big grizzly bear. Well, that bear walked up to that preacher to see what he could see. That man of God was scared to death, so he climbed up a nearby tree. Well, the bear sat down in the middle of the road, and the preacher sat down on a limb. He turned his eyes to the Lord above, and these words he said to him. He said, Lord, you delivered Daniel from the lion's den, and you saved old Jonah from the belly of the fish, and then those Hebrew children from the fiery furnace, so the good book do declare. But Lord, Lord, if you can't help me, for goodness sake, don't help that bear. Well, he sat up in that tree, must have been all night. Said if that bear gets a hold of me, there's gonna be a terrible fight. About that time that limb let go and that preacher come tumbling down. Was a sight to see. That man started running before he hit the ground. Well, he hit the ground with a terrible crash and he lit out on the run. Said if that bear gets hold of me, it ain't gonna be much fun. The bear took right in after that man. He didn't want his dinner to get away. As they went running over the hill, you could hear that preacher say, he said, Lord, you delivered Daniel from the lion's den, and you saved old Jonah from the belly of the fish, and then those Hebrew children from the fiery furnace, so the good book do declare. But Lord, Lord, if you can't help me, for goodness sake, don't help that bear. Well, they fought all the way to the river. It was a terrible sight. That bear just kept a-coming on, but the preacher was a-doing all right. He dragged him right down to that water, 3 times in and out. And as that old bear went a-limping away, you could hear that preacher shouting. He said, Lord, you delivered Daniel from the lion's den, and the Hebrew children
from the fiery furnace and then. And it may not look like much, Lord, from where you're sitting up there, but the toughest job that I ever done was a baptizing that bear. The toughest job that I ever done was a baptizing that bear. Western songs around the country. An old cowboy went riding on one dark and windy day. Up on a ridge he rested as he went along his way. When all at once a mighty herd of red-eyed cows he saw, plowing through the ragged skies and up cloudy draw. Black and shiny, and their hot breath he could feel. A bolt of fear went through him as they thundered through the sky, and then he saw the riders coming hard, and he heard their mournful cry. Those riders in the sky. As the riders loped on by him, he heard one call his name. If you want to save your soul from hell, riding on our range, cowboy, change your ways today, or with us you will ride.